And now we could send it up with not much worry. I think now we run into some shock resistance, but damn. Holy moly moly. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. Another episode. Brand new first episode of 2022. Man, last week, as you can see from my Instagram feed, it was 71 day. Then we got snow. Then we got sun. Then we got snow again. It got dumped on twice in 1 week. That is unheard of for Tennessee. It's pretty cool because we don't really get snow that often, so it's not that huge pain in the butt. But definitely this whole city shuts down. We don't have the infrastructure to take care of that because during the day it warms up and at night it freezes, so it creates ice, black ice everywhere. I know in the northern states and stuff they sand the roads and they do all the countermeasures because it just doesn't melt at certain temperatures. So it's kind of nice being shut down. But it did put me back on the vlog. And today you see, it's a very rainy day. It cleaned up all the salt, washed away all the snow and everything like that. So that's kind of cool. Cycle continues. Because of this, we don't really have proper lighting in here. Can't do anything outside. I hope I keep remembering to face the camera this angle, because at this angle, I guess it's not that over underexposed. It's okay. On today's episode though, we are going to try and get closer to getting these wheels on the car. I have a few things to go over. I want to talk about lugs. I want to talk about reusing these tires if I want to or not. And then if time permits, we'll see about actually test fitting these tires, the wheels, the new wheels, test fitting the new wheels. Tucking it up there and see how much poke. Because on the last couple of videos I talked about it, I really kind of pushing the boundaries on the sedan. I'm going really more stance than flush with these wheels. You've seen the roller shots and stuff like that, and these existing wheels, I am in 4x4 mode by the way, but these existing wheels fit really nice and flush against the fender. The back could come out a little bit, but the fronts are really awesome. So hang out with me, stick around, and let's try and take care of tires first. Let's discuss tires. Right now, I have some Yokohama Advance. They're 275 by 35 by 19. They have a decent amount of tread wear. Well, treads left. And I know some of you guys are screaming, wow, you bought brand new works and you're gonna put used tires on it? Hold on a second, don't go anywhere yet. We'll come back to that. The fronts are, it's 245, right? Yeah. 245, 40, 19. Also in very good condition. And I've had my alignment done and have everything, toe and everything set well. So I shouldn't really have any crazy wear. But I still want to jack up the car and roll the tires all the way around and just see how much tread I have left. The reason I'm entertaining possibly keeping these tires is my rear offset. The rear offset of the work wheel is plus 29. It's a 10.5 wide wheel with plus 29, and that's going to give me a lot of poke. This is plus 9.5 plus 38. So my whole question is, I like my 275 rear wheel, but I don't know with that much poke if my 275 is going to hit the fender, if I'm going to rub constantly or not, if I need to camber in and stuff like that. That's the reason I'm more leaning to use tires instead of having to buy a brand new set of tires, put them on there, and they rub. I really don't want to go down to 265s, but if I have to go to 265s, I have to. That's one reason I'm looking at keeping the used tires. So if it is wider and it's touching, I'm not spending the money for a set of brand new 275s and then gotta resell it and take a big loss. The other reason I'm looking at using these tires also is because I have to pay the same breakdown fee to get the TPMS sensors off. On the work wheels, I had a second hole drilled to put the TPS sensor, so I have the work valve stems on the outside of the lip. face that you can see. So I'm going to take off the TPS sensors off of these wheels, and if I'm paying a breakdown price, I might as well pull the tires off. Pulling tires off also is also going to be able to let me ship the wheels cheaper if I don't find a local buyer. I just don't foresee the pros of buying new tires over everything I've just discussed about using the existing tires. But all that's here and there because we need to actually check out the condition of the tires. So let's go ahead and jack the car up, put some jack stands on there, and actually take a look and see how they look. So once again guys, safety, chuck your front tires, rear wheel drive car, should be safe. We have jack stands, everything, but you just don't want the car roll away on you. You're gonna roll the back tires because we're checking tread, so let's take the car out of gear, drop the e-brake, dang. Put some torque into that. So now the tires should spin freely. Yep. No glove, no love. That's the wrong hand. Wee-hee. Michael Jackson with it. Okay. What we're going to do is the old coin trick. You get yourself a penny, and on the penny, we look at the side with good old Lincoln. And we look at the space between Lincoln's top of his head and the edge of the coin. And we use that as the gauge to measure the thread depth. If it's less than that space, you have less than 2/32 of an inch, which it's most manufacturers, everybody out there will recommend you changing your tires. So right here, we are very much above that. Here, it's the same. Very much above that. And back here also, it's not gonna focus, and the light's actually making it worse because it's reflected. But we have a lot of tread. This tire is good. The next question is, do we have uneven wear? Let's put the light down here and let's roll and see if we have some uneven wear. This is looking good. Over here, you'll see some marks in the grooves. And these are manufacturer thread guides also. They use these as kind of another visual method instead of using a coin, so you can see when your thread is getting low. Now if I put Lincoln's head above that, oh yeah, I still have plenty more thread. A lot more tire life when I put it even on the manufacturer's thing. So 1, we have plenty tread left. 2, no holes, that's good. And we have even wear, which is really good that we have even wear. Toe and everything is set really nice. Camber is good. So I would give this tire a thumbs up and put it on the new wheel. What I want to look at under here, I guess it's gone, but I did toe bolts. These bolts here, I was looking to see if I could see the witness mark
because when I had my alignment done, I had the guy put a paint pen across it, so I'll know if the washer's rotating or not, and then I'll know if I have to get another alignment. But sadly, these witness marks have washed off. But the tire, seeing the tire with even wear, telling me it's still holding well. So that's pretty good. Now let's check the other side.
So that's pretty much good. I could reuse these tires and still get a bunch of months out of it, depending on shenanigans and stuff like that. But I'll also be able to tell without having to go into extra expense if the 275s will work with the offset I chose and the stretch and the poke. So that's cool. Did I drag out a wheel and test the fitment? I think we should, shouldn't we? Let me go get a box. Yeah. Ooh. One question is if this hub-centric ring is the same size as the works. But that ring fits. Yeah. Okay, it's wobbly. Let's segment into the lug nut section of the video. Okay, so please excuse the background. We got our diff for the 510. That's still waiting for the bolts to get yellow cadmium plated. Extra diff, turbo, and intake manifold from the 510. And pretty much a lot of stuff we gutted out of the 510. That's covered, you don't need to look back there. Let's focus on these lugs. We all know Project Kicks, Project Keys, Project however you want to describe it. I am not knocking the product, so do not think I am. They make a great product, they make a great looking product, it works, they're hardened steel, but they're just very boutique. The boutiqueness is not necessarily a bad thing. They have the style and stuff that people want, and that works. I wanted a more subdued look. I also didn't want to pay $150 more for that design. I got the same thing out of these McGuard premium wheel nuts, lugs, nuts. You're lugging some nuts. Okay. What I like about these also, they're spline drive. Let me just show you. So you get the McGuard. I got the full kit. You can buy them in pieces. But one of the biggest draws for me for the Project Keys, the R40s, okay? That's the model I would use if I chose that brand. The biggest positive I would see out of that, beside the looks is a different thing, is the tip. The tip rotates, it free floats. So when you screw in the wheel lug nut and you tighten, that tip stays stationary so it doesn't grind on your wheel paint. It protects your wheel finish. That's really awesome. To my knowledge, McGuard actually started that and Project Keys took it to another level. Project Keys also, their inserts, they're really cool. You can change the color, match different things, but then having a tread locker or having to lose them, having to fling out, it was just a different complexity level. These, on the other hand, are just simple hardened steel lug nuts with the rotating tip. Look how cool that is. That is pretty slick. A spline drive and the rotating tip.
One thing, I did reach out to the manufacturer. I did not get a reply yet. But on the locks, it's either really stuck because of the finish, or on the locks, it doesn't rotate. And that saddened me. It did sadden me. So, I know that people say yes.
But Kevan, the locking nut, you don't tighten the locking nut as much you tighten the other one. But let's be honest, IRL, you pretty much do.
Alright, that's the locking nut here, and this is the regular nut. The regular nut's also packaged with the caps to protect the finish. Alright, look how nice they look. They also give you the tool for the unlock. And spline socket. So the spline socket goes down on the outside. And see how the front spins. It's really nice. I really like this. And this is a hardened steel also. Do not get aluminum lug nuts. Do not. Then I have my booklet with my key information in case I ever need any replacements. Let's kind of put that away from the video. And when I bought my Wed Sports, I got these lug nuts free with it. I believe it's a set of Motegis. But they're all the same height. Actually, it's a little taller. Same cone shape. But you can see in the tip here, it's taken some paint with it. And also here. So the locking nut is the spline style. And then the main nut is just a regular socket type nut on the Motegis. I ordered a set of Project Keys R40s, but with the snow delays and stuff, they just didn't come in time. So I'm sorry about that. Maybe some other time we'll go over them. But I think I'll be really happy with these McGuards. That is a very shallow tool. There's a lot of space around it, which is pretty cool. One thing I love about these wheels is how they hug the caliper. Whew. You know, it just looks so dang good. Now I really gotta clean my actual drum, but I have no interference on there. It's really nice and clean right there. So this is a sketchy subject here. Raising up your wheel without a tire to check the fitment. A lot of people do it, you see it everywhere, but it's still kind of sketchy, you know. Took a piece of wood, got my spear, chucks, one on that side, one on this side. Kind of spread the load on the tire. I'm going to send it up. In a normal car, that's fine, cool and do, but I do have a kind of lucky use case scenario. I have air. So I could just air out that corner, make it easier for the jack to push it up. Less stress on the rim itself. So before I started, I put it on manual so it wouldn't try to auto level. Back right now 100 PSI. We need to just take it off. And then before we put the wheel back on, so now there's no pressure on it. And now we could send it up with not much worry. I think now we run into some shock resistance, but damn. Holy moly moly. Fitment there. Damn. We might have issues with that 275, boys. I might just need to order some tires.
I'll go 265. That's a lot of poke. It's gonna sit on there. I think that's around where I ride and I drive. That might be a little too low because the sidewall. That's poking. That's a lot of poke. I think that's almost ride height. Oof, that's some poke right there. Whew. It's a lot more poke than I expected. A lot more poke than I calculated for. A lot more camber will be needed. I'm thinking at the 275, but then I really don't want to sit the fender on the lip. I don't want to do that. I have the offset to do it, but I don't think I want to do that. The 275, I'll have to go to probably -3 camber. I don't know if I want to do that. Currently, I believe I'm around -2.2 camber. I could maybe fit the 275. 265 definitely. I'm thinking, folks. I'm thinking hard. I don't know which way to go. I really don't know which way to go. Order a new set of 265 or see how much the 275 will stretch. And then I definitely have to camber it in 275. I think I definitely have to camber it in anyhow. Probably negative 2.7, closer to 3. Man. But hey, it's getting late. It's after 1. It's still raining. In the last week and a half, we had 70 degrees weather. We had snow twice a week. And now we have flash flood warnings. Let's go throw this on there. Get the front ready on. And let's test that front too. It's a good thing we testing, ain't it? We can see stuff and plan ahead. go. So that worked really well. Here's the front. Whew. Look at that space. It's just right there. Just fills the wheel. The caliper thing. No touching. Has a lot of droop. So we'll be able to camber that up like the other one. So this is no good. Because with the sway bar and the strut and everything, even with the bag aired out, there's not enough weight to push down. So I'm actually raising the whole car off the jack stand. So the back, I was able to jack up and camber because of the geometry, but because of the sway and everything on this side, it's not letting me push in enough. I can't get a good idea of the camber. But this is huge. This is a huge space. The tire is only, let's see, let's use this tool. The tire normally comes around there. So where my thumb is, let's put this on the inside. I still have like 1.5 to 2 inch to go up. So the front should camber well. I don't think I'll have an issue with the front with the 245s. I think I'll be fine. And with it cambered out so much lock to lock, I'm not expecting any touching. I believe what I'll do, I'll call up the Firestone because I have lifetime alignment. And in this area, we know there's a guy, Jose, that's really good at aligning. So I'm hoping that my last alignment is still on file and they could tell me what my rear is. Knowing that, I should know if I need to stay with the 275s in the rear or indeed go 265. The 245 in the front, with that, I think I'll be good. I don't foresee any issues at all. I definitely like these lugs. I definitely recommend these lugs over the Project Kicks. These are like 110 bucks. The Project Kicks starts around 200 to 250 depending on the finish and the style and the length. Has the same benefits. These probably have more because they're spline drive and they have a separate key. I will say though that this lock, this top hat lock on the McGuards, do not impact this because that could shear off. The Motegis, I think is fine because that's actual spline. I might do a swap, especially since these don't have a, per se, swivel head. I might just use my Motegis because my Motegis locks are different. Because I foresee some idiot at a tire shop impacting the hell out of this right here. See how small that is? They're going to impact that and break that off. I think I may just use the Motegi's wheel locks with the McGuards. But I believe we have accomplished what we sought out to do today. One, we've went over the lug nuts. They're pretty awesome. Links in the description. Since we're all talking about links in the description, you saw on my jack stands the little rubber feet to stop it from wrinkling the pinch well. I'll put that in the description for you all also in case you want a set of those. It's an affiliate link. It doesn't charge you any extra or less, but it helps me out. It helps the channel out. Even if you're not shopping, there is an affiliate link to just click to go to Amazon. It just gives a referral, gives me a small kickback to help grow the channel. Like I said, this is still a passion project. It's not my primary job. I have a day job I recently changed to that's really time consuming. So my time recently has been a little less available for my social media stuff. But we also accomplished checking the tires. We're iffy on the 275. We may have to go to -3 camber. We probably definitely have to go to -3 camber. I don't know if I'll pull the fender a little bit, but that's a little more poke than I was guessing. What was the third thing? Those 3 things. Throwing on the new wheels. We threw on the new wheels finally. Visually taking it in. That front fitment. Oh my goodness. It's so close. I just love how these wheels hug the front. They hug the caliper. They hug the brake disc. That's one of the things I chose these wheels over the SSR S1s, SP1s. Because those SSRs are pretty slick also. They're really nice. I just love how this face is all around with the bolts and it just hugs. It just cradles and caresses your BBKs. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed the vlog today. Sorry about last week. Weather and stuff was just messing with me. Happy New Year. I hope the next year going forward is awesome. Please leave a comment. Let me know how you think about the channel, how's it progressing, what you feel, what you think about today's video. Do you believe these lug nuts are going to be better than Project Kicks? Put that in the description. I think they are. You know, they're a whole $120 to $150 cheaper with the same features, probably better. And until next time, you guys have a good day.